All right, we are joined today by the creators of the viral video Pulp Fiction, Kerry Shtyle, Bob Jackson and Dave Williams. And before we get chatting to those boys, we're going to give you a little look at their latest video, Pulp Fiction, Kerry Shtyle 2.
An English Bob.
I know that. No.
Was he cool or what?
Thank you.
Totally fucking cool. In control. Didn't he, he didn't really get pissed when we were fucking with him. I was amazed.
John's bacon.
Nah man, I only ate pork.
You were Jewish.
I ain't Jewish, I just don't dig on swine, that's all.
Why not?
Pigs are filthy animals. I don't eat filthy animals.
Yeah, but bacon tastes good. And pork chops taste good.
Hey, so that may taste like pumpkin pie, but I'll never know because I wouldn't eat the filthy motherfuckers. Pigs sleep and root in shit, that's a filthy animal. I ain't eating nothing that ain't got sense enough to disregard its own feces.
How about dog? Dog eats his own feces.
I don't eat dog either.
Yeah, you consider a dog.
Okay, lads. So, an absolute pleasure to have you here chatting to us today.
Thanks, John. Thanks.
Must be quite the little journey you gents have been on in the last couple of weeks, yeah?
Yeah, it's been kind of unexpected, to say the least. And that's fantastic. Really great buzz. The whole college is really excited about it,
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no way we would have thought it would have got the reaction it did.
Absolutely fantastic. And tell us this, just going back to the beginning, we'll get to the buzz later on, but why did you make the video?
It's actually a class project, so it's a tutorial in dialogue recording. So for this is the third year that I've done it. So I teach on the music technology degree, and the lads are studying audio post-production. So as part of that, then there's a part of it where they learn how to record dialogue and edit it and dub it with a piece of film. So I've used that same clip for the last couple of years.
No way. Okay. So this is something you've been using those same Tarantino big kind of dialogue-y scenes and. Yeah,
exactly. But what I would have done previously was to take a longer section, so maybe 3 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And a lot more dialogue, so it just got to the stage where you couldn't really finish it. There was just too much. So this year I decided just to take 1 minute to get it finished for YouTube,
And
so we recorded on a Tuesday and then edited in class on the Wednesday, and then on the Thursday Owen put it up on his YouTube account, and then he just put it up to show his cousin, and then after that then started snowballing and it took off. Completely unexpected, but brilliant, great buzz.
And just out of curiosity, I'm wondering, how did you record it? Did you go line by line, or what was the process there?
We split up the scene into little segments. We'd say myself and Nolan have 2 lines each, and we go back and forwards with that on a loop record on Pro Tools. We'll just go back and forth and just keep repeating until it was pretty much spot on. And because to cut down on editing time, really, just to get it as spot on as you can in the studio when you're doing it.
Very good. And I assume as well this is an exercise in Foley work and everything else, because you have to remove the entire soundtrack, don't you?
That's right, yeah. So for this one, we needed to do Foley, so the lads did the plates and the cup movements for the Pulp Fiction 2, the one that just went up yesterday.
Yep.
So there's the slurping and a few things like that, so it was just a case of watching it on screen and then miking up a plate on a table and moving it around as you need it,
Exactly. And tell us this, skipping to where it is now. I mean, how did you feel when you saw on the Graham Norton show Quentin Tarantino watching your clip? That must have been a bit of a shocking experience. Did you know that was going to happen?
Yeah, it was a surprise. All right, now, in fairness.
Do they have to come for permission?
I think someone said that commented on the YouTube video. They said that they tweeted it to Graham Norton that he said he might show it on the show in January, but we thought he was only kind of messing or whatever. But he actually must have been actually tweeting him, and he did show it in the end. To be fair to him, so.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I was watching something else, and then I started getting texts. And when I saw the first one, I thought it was a piss take, but then got another one from someone completely unconnected, and then it was like after that, obviously, got onto YouTube and started looking around or Google trying to find anything about it, but it became fairly obvious then fairly quickly. And then the following morning, someone had put up a clip from the Graham Norton show. So it was amazing just to see it,
And of course, what I took from that is you've now got permission to overdub the entire film from the man himself.
Yeah, that's right. I've actually emailed Miramax to see what the story is. Like, first of all, would they give us permission to do it? And then second of all, would they give us like we're thinking about it, that if you got rid of just the dialogue, so as if it was being sent to Spain or France or someplace where they dub it into different languages.
Yeah.
So what the film company will do is that they'll give the dubbing company, like in whatever language, that they'll give them the soundtrack minus the dialogue. So all the sound effects, the music, and everything is on the same track. So if we could get that, it'd be much easier. But if we had to do it from scratch with all of the Foley and all of the sound effect and music, it would just take a huge. It could take months and months, So, first of all, if we get permission, definitely we'll try to figure it out. One way of doing it, anyway,
Very good. And so, are you teacher's pet now?
No.
No more.
The lads, now in fairness, will be getting a lot more kind of leeway on their marks.
I should think so. Yeah. Probably able to smoke in class now and everything, are you?
Maybe 340, we'll see.
Yeah.
So this wasn't a case of the guys bringing the idea to you. This is something you do every year.
Yeah. So obviously, we've used the same clip. So last year there was a guy from Derry and another guy from Kerry as well. So we had John Travolta in a Derry accent, which was actually very good. The previous year was a fella from Dublin and a guy from West Cork. So you had John Travolta was the Dublin accent, and the guy from West Cork was the Samuel L. Jackson. And they're all really funny because it's a great class, because you end up literally falling around the studio laughing, because when it works, it's really funny, but when it doesn't, it's kind of take it or leave it. But it's always very enjoyable. That one particular class, definitely, The rest of them, they wouldn't be as much fun as that,
And tell us this, do you have a lot of pissed off ex-students now going, why wasn't our clip? We did that. We did it better.
There's a few guys around, and they're kind of going, it could have been me, it's kind of thing. But it's all, it's just a good laugh.
You never know how these things are going to go, do you? It just kind of spitballs,
exactly.
isn't it?
Because, like I said, Owen only put it up. Yeah. Owen put it up just to show his cousin. And we could have done some more editing on it, and you could do more with it, but it was just as a demonstration more than anything else. But Jesus, we never would have expected the reaction it got.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us this: what doors has it opened up for you now?
We don't know, really. It could be dead this time next week. You just don't know. I mean, it is good for the course and everything, and it does. It is good for promoting the course and that kind of thing, because, obviously, in a course like music technology, you try to make it relevant to areas where people could work in, and there's definitely a lot of work in that type of audio post-production. Same thing for computer games, and this similar process is involved up to a certain point. But in terms of what we do with this, I mean, if someone got onto us like a sponsor or something like that, if they wanted us to do the whole film, we could work out something like that. The one thing is that to do a full film, and even half the film, would take months, Yeah. To do the one that went up yesterday, it might have been about
altogether 6 hours, 7 hours.
Maybe 6 hours recording, and then maybe another 6 editing. So it does take a lot of time.
And so you're kind of veering off the course syllabus now at this point, are you?
Exactly. Yeah.
You got to make a sequel.
Yeah. So we're going to try to figure out another one for next year, maybe.
Okay, very good. That's what I'm going to ask you. What's next? Would it be Pulp Fiction again, or will you be tempted now to try and do something new?
I'd say I was trying to think of films, but there's some great scenes like in the likes of Apocalypse Now, or one of those, where you could take some scenes, that everybody's familiar with. But I know we just have to wait and see, really.
I personally would like to see a Limerick version of Withnail and I. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, very good. Sure. Yeah, we'll be open to suggestions, definitely, But I mean, we'll see how things go. If we get enough reaction, and if, like I said, it is very time consuming. So to do it properly, you would need to, get funded, hopefully. So, if we got permission from Miramax, we'd definitely look for funding.
Absolutely, yeah, it's a great idea. Well, listen, lads, all the best of it. And as I can see, it's gonna spitball this one as well. And I'm sure everyone's gonna watch the sequel and be wondering what's gonna happen next. So, thanks a million for taking the time to talk to FeckTv. And yeah, best of luck in the future. I'd like to thank our guests. Bob and David, is it?
Yeah.
Bob and Dave, and also the Mandolas for being with us here in the studio today. So thanks a million, and join us next week for Music Rant.
Thanks, guys.